520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. This was a pretty easy one from the start for the Arizona Wildcats as they jumped out to a huge early lead in this contest. And I think really when you look at the first, I guess, part of this ball game tonight, guys, the thing that really stood out to me from the beginning was the fact that California would come down, take one shot, and that was it. The Wildcats were dominating the glass to the tune, as I believe, through the first probably almost 12, 13 minutes of this game. California had 2 rebounds, one at the offensive end and one at the defensive end. It got better because, they kind of woke up and played much better basketball in the second half. But by that time, they were in a huge, huge hole at home tonight and lose big. The Wildcats, again, just pounded the ball inside. Umar Ballo, Moteus Krivas, and Caleb Love hot outside. And when this team plays like that, an average to middling team against California isn't going to have much of a chance to win.
No, they're not. They just came out right from the top with just lockdown defense is what I expected. I even expected the guys to come in the second half to play. Not the second half, but the bench guys to come in and play a little tougher defense and really lock in, because to me that's how you're gonna get some extra minutes on this team. So it was great to see the guys come out in that first half. Wish they could have extended a little bit more in that second half, but I think the coach over there, Mad Dog, challenged those guys hard at halftime, and they came back and battled a little bit there.
Boy, he challenged them all right, because you could tell the difference in the intensity that they came out in the second half and did kind of what they do. I mean, they started making some through. I think they started 2 for 14 from 3 in the first half of this ball game, made 7 for 17, so they shot 41% in the second half to finish 29% on the ball game. Still well below their average for the season, but again, it was them kind of working more on the cylinders that they were accustomed to. But again, when you dig yourself a hole like that against Arizona, it's going to be real tough to come back. You mentioned the big fellas. We saw 18 minutes tonight from Moteus Krivas, 18 points in 18 minutes, man, 6 of 7 from the floor. And again, we kind of, and that was one of the things we talked about in the pregame show, we kind of thought this would be a game where we'd see more of him and Philip Borovichinen, who are 8 and 9 in this rotation. And clearly, Moteus Krivas, when they got the ball down to him inside, he was pretty unstoppable. These are the kind of games, I guess, and again, these are the kind of games where he is going to flourish. We're going to see him. He's going to play a lot. He's going to be able to score against maybe some of these smaller teams. It's going to be those tougher games like we've seen where his minutes are not going to be very much.
Exactly. Ballo and beat the guys all up and fouled them all out, and then Krivas come in and just get his little buckets. I mean, he get right in the places where he can score. The guys find him in that area, and he goes up and finishes. And like you said, it's going to be tough for him whenever he faces physical teams that double real physical, or teams that have big guys that can really push him around a little bit. He'll struggle there. But in games like this, he's perfect for these games because he can just use his length over most people.
JW, early thoughts or initial thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we said it pregame. I mean, as far as Krivas goes, those last 4 opponents, the first 2, Wisconsin and Purdue, you're talking about seniors and upperclassmen. If you listen to anything out of Mose Krivas' mouth, right, since he's been in America, the biggest difference is the physicality and the physicality of the defensive end. So you're talking about Wisconsin or front line, talking about Purdue's front line. Those are never games he's going to really get much time in. Alabama and FAU, I mean, that's all guards all the time. Right. What's he going to do out there? So people talking about how Mo's been kind of missing in action these last 4 games. Well, guess what? Look at the schedule. It's all about the opponent. So I'm not surprised when Mo catches the ball within 3 feet to the basket, Kelvin, and drops it in. That's what he does. I mean, unless you're a mad dog type defender and you can get in there and push on him and, like Kelvin said, quick doubles, quick physical doubles, that's going to cause him a little confusion. He doesn't know which way to turn, a little new to that action. But as far as one-on-one and you got a smaller defender on him, I mean, Krivas, I'm surprised if he doesn't score 2 points per minute. That's what he's going to do.
He's going to cook those guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what he's going to do. And Kelvin nailed it. I mean, the difference in this game was just that on-ball defensive pressure. They really came down and locked down all of Cal's actions. They couldn't get open looks. And what happened in the second half with the Bears was they switched it up. They completely went a different direction. They might have gotten some threes there in the second half, but it was off a drive. So basically, they were just daring him, Kelvin, to take that one-on-one, spread it all out, and try to get as much to the rim as possible. Once that happened, then it started opening up some threes. But I feel like their first maybe 10, 15 shots in the second half were all in the paint because they were just not going to settle for those threes anymore. Mad Dog must have laid into him at halftime. But I'm proud of the fight, honestly, from the Bears in that second half because I think it was oh, man, I can't remember which one of the broadcasters said it, but that first half from Arizona might have been one of the best, most complete offensive and defensive first halves we've seen all year.
It was Don McClain was the analyst on the broadcast tonight. I believe he was the one that said that for sure. Spotty start for Colin Boswell. Turned the ball over on the first possession. Had 3 early turnovers, and I guess if there was a negative, just didn't find the flow. Once again, for the freshman, just 2 of 4, 5 points, and almost, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and almost just really kind of, for lack of a better term, just kind of after those early turnovers, just didn't seem like he really wanted to try to do much other than work the ball around and try to maybe keep it moving rather than trying to make anything happen or create anything in this ball game.
And, I actually didn't have a problem with that. That, to me, that was better than, I'm going to say it again, snaking and all that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that today. He kept it simple. He kept the ball moving. You get some minutes under your belt. You get back to some practice. You get your shots up. And I expect them to come around here. You just don't want to be a negative to your team. When other guys kind of got it going, when the paint is scoring well, you just kind of let it play out. I mean, Love kind of had it going. So he don't have to force anything. You don't have to force anything there. You're really not trying to prove anything to anybody. That's where you get in trouble at. I know right now he's in a situation where it's that little gray area where there's a little pressure because you believe you could be drafted and there's certain things that, you read that you need to do to show the people that you're ready to be drafted. But you also got a coach who's very smart, and Coach Lloyd is probably telling like, hey, man, just chill, man. You don't have to put no extra pressure on yourself. Just play these games. Everything's going to work out, and we're going to need you at some point this year.
I honestly, Kelvin, think that ball had something to do with it. You see how shiny and, bright orange and, slick that ball was that they were using tonight? I don't remember seeing a ball like that that's played in a regulation game in a long time. Looking at the stats, guys, here it is. You ready? 19:45 left in the first half. Turnover by Kylan Boswell. 18:03 left in the first half. Turnover by Kylan Boswell. 17:57, 17:37. All 4 of those turnovers came within the first 3 minutes of the game. One of those was on a little right to left cross, Kelvin. That thing just slipped right out of his hands, like he'd never handled a ball before. So I don't like Kelvin said, he just wasn't trying to do much after that. Didn't need to. I mean, how many assists did Pella have? 20?
7?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that creativity, the way that Cal was playing him up at the top as well. Again, I think, a lot of people on social media probably super concerned. He's the highest. What they do is they'll look at the draft rankings. Hey, this Boswell kid, he's ranked highest on all the draft boards of all the Arizona guys. How come he's only scoring 2 points? How come he's only taking 4 shots? How come he's got 4 turnovers and 1? I don't look at it that way at all. This is a team. Lloyd's system is all about everybody steps up in a different night. You're going to see Kylan Boswell have 15, 20-point games coming up in this season. I'm not worried about him at all. What I'm worried about is his mechanics and overthinking that shot, Kelvin, because he's got about as pure a release as it is. But that shot he took, the one that he missed that was short, that did not look like his natural release. It looked like he was overthinking it a little bit.
And this is one thing I'll say. DK had mentioned it in the pregame show, and J-Dub, I've said this over the years. I love free-flowing offense. Trust me. It's cool. We played that with Coach Olsen. But I also like set plays to get certain guys going. And I for sure know I don't really think I've seen one, really for nobody more than Balo.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, man, I would just love to see a play where maybe a UCLA.
Yeah.
Where you make that pass, you cut back door, you get the quick layup if it's there, kind of get you going. If not, you come off the double screen off the backside.
Yeah, baseline up to the top of the ski. Yeah. Catch
to
and
the
shoot.
elbow for a wide open shot. You get some movement. You get to run around a little bit. Get right back into your element of catch and shoot. The rest of the team know you're taking a shot. Because that's one thing about running plays. When you take that shot, everybody's expecting it. Like, oh no, we ran that play. You get it. You take the shot. You miss or make it, and your defense is level, getting back. You got your 2 or 3 guys getting back. And to me, I would love to see that for him. I would love to see that even for Caleb Love sometimes, because again, free flowing is cool, and I do know when you run a lot of those sets, the other teams know them, and they'll lock them down. But if you notice, a lot of these mid majors for some reason can run them. Am I wrong, Jada?
Yeah, I mean that's what Princeton does, right?
Yeah, every mid major we know.
Right.
Just, I mean, and again, they have a play or two where again, we saw the guy the other day for FAU. Okay, he could go and get his own bucket, but the rest of the team was running plays. They was coming off double screens and shooting their 3, miss or make. They was getting their shots up, but they were able to get shots in their spots. So
yeah, I completely agree. I'd have a mix of both. I mean, that whole back screen lob, backside lob that Lute ran every 30, 40 plays.
They knew it was coming.
Yeah, they would run it because guess what? You had to, here's the way it works. Of course the other team knows it's coming. And you know what that means? They have to exaggerate their defense to stop it, and that opens up someone else for a shot, Kelvin. So, when you put that on film, it's like some trick plays in football or some kind of, go and post or whatever. Like you put that on film enough, and they got to worry about that kind of thing. Free flow, and I love it. If you got 5 guys who can all read and react and understand what the defense is doing, that's the best basketball that there is. And that being said, like Kelvin's talking about, if it gets stagnant, some guys aren't setting hard enough screens. If you guys have guys not with their eyes up coming off of those screens handling the ball, there's can be a lot of issues. One dull cog in that machine is going to mess the whole thing up. If all 5 guys are on the same page, it's real pretty. But having a couple of set plays, especially out of bounds type stuff, and maybe you just got a little lull. But I would love to see, I'd love to see Boswell come off of maybe a not a double screen, because I don't think they even do that kind of thing. But get Boswell, coming off the baseline, come around, catch and shoot. I just think that would get him going real good, because he just needs a little bit of daylight. It's got that quick release, but his confidence in that shot right now, it just doesn't seem like what it was a couple weeks back.
All right, we've got a lot coming up for you here tonight. We'll review our keys to the game, the best bets. We'll see how those came out tonight. Your Pac-12 scoreboard is the opening night it was the Arizonas versus the Bays and the Washington versus the Mountain Schools. We will tell you what happened in those games tonight as well, and we will take a look at what's on tap for the Wildcats as they get set now to play the second half of this weekend doubleheader against the Stanford Cardinal. That'll be coming up on Sunday. You are watching and listening to the Meridian Wealth Management post-game show. We are streaming this live tonight on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We are also available audio-wise on our app. Download the app. Text app to 520-848-1290. I will send you a link to where you can get the app and you can listen and watch the program and go back and watch any of our programs. We had a lot of great interviews yesterday on our pregame show prior to Arizona football. Doug Pfaff, who beat the Sooners in 1989. Kelvin Hunter, outstanding cornerback from 1999. A bunch of guys. Reggie McGill, Charlie Dickey joined us. If you want to hear all those interviews, just head on over to our app or our website at wildcatsradio1290.com. We're going to break in here, come back with a whole lot more. Arizona opens Pac-12 play with a 100-81 victory over the California Golden Bears. With Kelvin Efon and J.W. Madden, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show is brought to you by
Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog Inn Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, the Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
Back to the holiday shopping adventures of Eugene Snarkle and his best friend Doug.
Hey, Eugene, we waited a little too long to get our shopping done. The shelves are looking pretty empty.
I was thinking of getting everyone a giant-sized bag of Cheezos.
We interrupt Eugene's great idea for this message.
Does your car, truck, SUV, or sleigh need a little maintenance to get road trip ready for the holidays? Check out jackfurriers.com for savings up to 50% off. Get your vehicle holiday road trip ready at Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, here to get you there.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Get the backyard you've always wanted with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you're ready to dive in, then visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Schedule now and get 3 months of full service free. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. First Choice Pools, the first and only choice.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. We will give you up to $2,000 trade-in plus 0% interest up to 60 months. Manufacturer rebates plus 10-year parts and labor warranty on a new heating and air system.
Have an aging heating and air system? Out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Here's Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock and Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vale School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rock and Kay with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Now top of the circle, it goes to Krivas. Off to Borovic, and looked at the 3. Pass it back to Lewis, the right wing. Inside, Krivas posted up on Amac. Back on his way down. Turnaround jump hook is good. Mo Krivas with a nice shot.
Mo Krivas finishing with 18 points, 6 of 7 from the floor, 6 of 6 from the line. 18 points, 5 rebounds. He had 1 block shot tonight in 18 minutes for the Wildcats as they knock off the California Golden Bears. 100-81, 14th consecutive victory for the Wildcats over the Golden Bears. You remember that? I think they had that long streak against Stanford up until the COVID year where they had won something like 20-something in a row. So they have had a whole lot of success against the departing Bay Area schools in recent years, have the Arizona Wildcats. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. If you want to talk Arizona basketball, you can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Again, we're streaming the show. Head on over to our website, wildcatsradio1290.com. You can listen to the show there. We are also on the iHeart app, so download the iHeart app and look for Wildcats Radio 1290. You can also get us on our app as well. Gentlemen, let's. One of the things I wanted to talk about is Caleb Love and his performance in this ball game, but more so, and we mentioned Mo Krivas went 6 for 6 from the line. If there was one other negative, it was probably the free throw shooting tonight. Umar Ballo kind of had a tough night, missed 6 of 11 of his, and KJ Lewis missed 3 of 4 in this ball game. And Caleb actually missed 2. This was after he had made, and I didn't know he was on this much of a stretch. He had made 23 straight free throws in a row, had Caleb Love, before he missed, I believe it was his second free throw of the evening, still finishing with 5 for 7, which is pretty good. But again, that's one of the reasons why I want to see him on the line, is because he and I think it was he and Pelle Larsson are just money when those two guys get to the line for this ball club. 36 free throws, that's pretty good for the Wildcats. But again, for the third straight game, they were under that 20 assist number. Kelvin, any idea what you think why we're not seeing those high assist numbers for the team that we had seen across the board, and we have not seen that, though, in the last 3 games?
I just think teams are saying, you know what? If you're facing a team that is the highest assist team in the nation, as a scout, if I have the scout on that, my number one job is say, hey, let's try to stop some of those assists. Let's try to stop. So the only way we could do that is playing our man one-on-one. They're doing a lot of one-on-one playing, except for Ballo. You double Ballo. You double Caleb Love right now. And the rest of the guys are just playing one-on-one. And forcing them to have to make a play. So that I think that's what's going on right now. Teams are saying we have to force Arizona to beat you in one-on-one because, one, they don't want to do that. They're a more unselfish team, so you can get them into turning the ball over a couple times because, that's probably why today Boswell turned the ball over a couple times, been a little unselfish. You had a couple times where maybe he probably could have got up a mid-range shot, but he was trying to move the ball extra, turned the ball over a couple times there early. So it's just one of those things. Defense is just trying to figure you out, and they're trying to figure out a way to stay in the games.
I got a theory, and it has to do with the two statements you just made, David Kelly. So how many free throws did Arizona take?
36.
Right. And how many assists did they have?
15.
So, right.
Or 17.
So if you find a man who's about to go to the basket, that team decided that they were not going to let them get buckets. So how many of those fouls would have been assists?
That's true.
So what I'm saying is I think that what you're looking at is different situations. Like obviously with FAU, that style of defense, they're taking away the passing lanes. Like their whole thing in Alabama as well is to force you to go one-on-one. So the assist numbers versus those two teams, I think we kind of expected that. I think Cal tonight, they just were not giving up easy buckets, especially in the paint. That whole, foul and Ballo anytime he touched it down there. But more importantly, like you look at KJ Lewis, those free throws that he missed, those are on fouls that would have been finishes and that whole thing. So I just think the assist numbers are a little bit lower because 36 free throws is a crazy high number. And a lot of those would have been buckets and would have been assists.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let's talk to Danny. You're on the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show after a 100-81 win by Arizona over California.
Hey. David Calvin
Danny.
and J-Dub. How you guys doing, guys?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. Hey, I got to tell you, how about our Cats? I always talk about enjoying the ride, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you what, I was telling everybody I know, you don't even gamble. Well, after the gauntlet we ran and we were given 13.5, I said, you got to put your house on that. You know what I mean? I mean, I played us with the point. I played us with the points every time.
I don't know if I'm
year.
putting my house on it, but I'll lay it.
But I mean, you knew we were going to come out determined and focused, right? And I love the analogies you guys are explaining and putting it together. I just want to say one thing. Hey, I started a GoFundMe tonight for Gus Larson.
Oh,
Remember
man.
who Gus Larson was?
He got put on a poster. Posterized.
He got posterized. Hey, this kid out of Connecticut, 6'10", whiter than a sheet, and that's not a bad statement. But that kid, he played 8 minutes and he fouled out. And I tell you what, we started a GoFundMe for him to get a dentist to remove Caleb from his mouth.
Yeah. Ballo, he fouled Ballo 3 times right after that, too. Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in there after that.
He's like, I'm out of here.
He's coming. Remember my two buddies from Wisconsin with the Wisconsin sweatshirts on, coming out of the Marriott I was telling you guys about?
Oh, yeah.
This kid, I think he's related. To them. But,
wow.
And I got to tell you, too, I really love, I love watching because this team has been built, right, since the Tommy started to sink out here. And the synchronicity that Pella and Ballo have a lot. We've talked about Pella and how his mind for the game is probably almost a little bit above his talent, which is very, very high. But, I just love seeing that. They just know where they're going to be. You know what I mean? And we got so many facets, but I just thought I'd throw a little humor in there and, everybody go to the GoFundMe for Gus Larson and see if we can't get that dental work done.
Yeah, he needs it.
Oh, Danny, we appreciate you as always.
I think we all knew it was coming, but then, I don't know if you guys are thinking the same, but when Caleb took off, I was like,
oh, yeah.
That might be a little too far. I don't know. And then he overextended and reached out, Kelvin, and yeah.
Yeah, nah. I think he was trying to make up for that dunk that he missed. I think he was trying to show people, I usually make those right there.
I mean, that wasn't even the nicest. That wasn't even the nicest dunk of the game. I mean,
the key shot,
down the lane. He shot down the lane after that defensive rebound, Kelvin. I mean,
I was sure he came from the free throw line because he was still going.
Yeah,
he was still going when he finished it. He probably came from the free throw line.
Yeah, he was about maybe 4 feet inside the free throw line. He could have took off a little bit further out for sure.
Easily.
Well, I appreciate you guys, and it's always good to listen to you guys. I turned on the 3 o'clock show today, only to be surprised and say, "Oh, they're not working 24/7 today," but to be on for the pregame.
There you go, Danny. Hey, we appreciate your call as always.
I love and appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you on Sunday, huh?
Definitely,
Go Cats,
definitely.
BTFD.
Beat Stanford. 520-848-1290. That opens up a line here in Tucson. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Keyshawn Johnson had that dunk in the first half, unabated to the basket. Nobody wanted to get in his way. But other than that, a relatively quiet night for the Oakland native, who had a bunch of folks in the house, finished 2 of 7. Unfortunately, missed all 3 of his threes in the ball game. So 5 points. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 turnovers in the ball game. He's been, quiet. Nothing, we haven't seen him. I think that's the second straight game he's scored in single digits. And just again, but it's not having the opportunities maybe we've seen for him in games prior.
Well, guys were playing well. When guys kind of got it going, Balo's playing well on the inside there. Caleb's playing well there. He's a winner, man. When you look at a guy like Justin, he's a winner. He's coming out of San Diego State as a winner. He's used to doing all the little things, and sometimes he can go back in that role. Sometimes he can go back into that role, but by going back into that role, he's still a star because he knows how to still be a great defender, still run the court, still pass the ball, still set screens. You don't see him not still playing hard because to me, that's his biggest attribute. He plays hard. As people say, that is a skill now that can get you paid. And so we'd like to see him hit one of those threes, man. He's a good shooter. I've been praising him since I saw him shoot earlier. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. And so he missed 3 threes today. I think he was a little excited. I think I need a little bit more follow through, possibly a little more legs, but I know he can make those shots. And I think if he would have made one of those shots, he would have felt a little more confident, and he probably would have got a few more buckets in there. But he's a guy that when things are not quite going his way, he's not going to force it.
No.
He's not going to force it. He's not going to – he know his role at the end of the day. He appreciate being able to shoot 2 or 3 threes here. He understand that he wasn't able to do a lot of that at San Diego State. So he's not going to go bananas and be one of those guys that just start chucking.
All right, we want to get another break in here, and we'll continue to talk to you, 520-848-1290. It is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show. Arizona knocks off California 100-81 to open up Pac-12 play at Stanford on Sunday with Kelvin Efon and J.W. Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Don't let heating or plumbing problems spoil your holidays. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We'd like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. When you need us, call 520-440-4069 for honest service to the Tucson area for over 22 years.
The new Blue Whale Car Wash, formerly Octopus Car Wash, is now open. They're locally owned and operated and offer many ways for you to save. Start now by downloading the Blue Whale Car Wash app. Then visit their website at bluewhalecarwashaz.com to find a location near you. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram and Facebook for even more savings. And for a limited time, their exterior-only wash is $5 at all 4 locations. Blue Whale Car Wash, proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Are you ready to adopt? Come to the Humane Society of Southern Arizona. When you adopt from us, you will save more than one life. You'll also make room for the next pet in need. The Humane Society of Southern Arizona has been compassionately serving pets and the people who love them since 1944. Our knowledgeable adoption matchmakers will help you find the right pet for your home and support you after you adopt. We are open 7 days a week at our main campus at 635 West Roger Road. Learn more and see adoptable pets at hssaz.org.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Thana Autumn Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
As a homeowner, you've probably seen some pretty bad plumbing problems.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
We've seen them all.
All of them?
Rams Plumbing kept entire buildings flowing. Businesses since 1983.
Wow, so whatever happens to my house...
We've seen it before, and we have the solution. Locally owned and operated, Ram Plumbing is Tucson's most trusted plumber. Our team of licensed professionals can fix anything your home can dish out. When your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double. Online at bestplumbertucson.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. And coming soon is Del Webb at Rockin' K, a 55-plus active adult community offering a rec center, world-class amenities that promote health and wellness, and new homes with refined interiors and stunning outdoor spaces. Live RockinK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Fires left, 3, rims out, no good. Rebound bounced out loose, and Larson's got it for the Wildcats. Now a 3-on-1. Lob it inside, and a slam dunk for KJ Lewis.
100-81 is the final in Berkeley tonight for the Arizona Wildcats in their Pac-12 opener. Arizona beats the Bears for a 14th consecutive time. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Wildcats led tonight by Caleb Love's 22 points, 7 of 10 from the floor. Made all 3 of his threes in the first half. Finished 5 of 7 from the line, 22 points. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal in the game for Caleb Love. The Cats just dominated the boards in this game early. They were at one point, I think it was like 17-1 or 17-2 or something of that nature for the Wildcats. They would finish winning on the boards by a count of 45-34 in this game. We mentioned the 17 assists. Again, under 20, but the Wildcats did go to the line 36 times in this game. However, they just made 24 with Umar Balo finishing 5 of 11. 54 points in the paint tonight for Arizona. They kind of generally are in that 40 range, but they dominated on that end tonight, and 24 fast break points. That was back up and running for Arizona in this ball game. And the bench, again, contributions from the bench as they got out to that early lead. Almost 40 points from your bench.
And that's why they dominated the boards. Because as we heard a couple weeks back in a soundbite, you better be faster, right, Kelvin? So, I mean, as far as what Cal was doing is, if Arizona, first of all, was shooting lights out, they were getting what they wanted. They were scoring, But as far as Cal's one-and-done trips, they had to get back. Cal was sprinting back, Kelvin, as fast as they could. They weren't sending anybody to the offensive glass early, especially. And so Arizona with the size advantage. Arizona's going to have a size advantage and length advantage over almost every team. And that's not Krivas. That's not Balo. We're talking about KJ. We're talking about Bradley. All those guys are so long and tall and big and much bigger than they are average person at their position. So, yeah, I expect them to out-rebound. They are one of the biggest margin of victory rebounds in teams in the nation if they aren't number one. They were last week. So I'm not surprised when you see a team like Cal. They didn't want to have anything to do with that fast break from Arizona. They were getting back every single play.
I'm going to hand out my hardware right now. How about that? How about our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game? And we will give that for a second straight game to Umar Balo, who finished double digits with 11 rebounds on the night, 17 points and 11 rebounds, another double-double for Umar Balo. He is our Window Depot glass cleaner of the game. Window Depot, lowest prices, biggest inventory. Shop thewindowdepot.com.
Can we do a new one, which is Troublemaker of the game? Because, man, Devin
Is
Askew.
that different than Pest?
I don't know if you were watching Devin Askew, but in that second half, he was trying to start trouble with like 3 or 4 Wildcats. He just kept chirping nonstop to those guys. I don't know. I know he was like a top 30 recruit. Was a freshman recruited by Calipari at Kentucky, spent a year at Texas. I know he's coming off a little bit of an injury, but I don't know, Kelvin. I mean, I guess that maybe I just didn't see some highlights of him in high school. I didn't really know much about his game coming in. I know he struggled enough as a freshman in Kentucky. He was only there for the 1 year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he seemed like he got a bit of a chip because he was real chirpy.
Well, you were getting beat down.
Well, that too, yeah.
And he was trying to show a little fight, and it kind of helped his team out a little bit. Because they did, start the battle a little bit. And I think he probably was also one of the guys who, took it to heart when coach said, "Hey, we gotta fight, man. These guys are killing us out here." And they've been through a few of those. And if you have been through some of those, I've been through some of those as a young freshman in high school. And what it does do is you either learn to fight and try to stop the bleeding, right? Because you already beat up, but let me stop some of the beating. And I think they did a little bit of that because it could have got more ugly than that. I thought that Arizona would hold those guys to like 60 today.
Yeah, it looked like they would. Then that first, 5 minutes of the second half, I think they scored 27 points. Like, they scored the bulk of their points in the first, 8 minutes of the second half. So,
well, Devin Askew was my pest. Just 5 points and 5 assists for Devin Askew. He finished with a minus 19 plus minus in this ball game. Who had Jalen Tyson before the game? Was that J-Dub had Jalen Tyson?
I got to go first before Kelvin. That was Kelvin's Texas guy. But, yeah, that's who I said. I was worried about him getting going, and he did a bit in the second half there.
Yeah, 22 points and 10 rebounds for Jalen Tyson.
He was making some funky shots, Kelvin, like some odd-angled stuff over the top of defenders in the paint. Yeah, I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed with some of those angles he was taking. But, some of those balls going in, it looked a little funky. But, hey, 8 for 16, and most of that was done in the second half, and almost all of it off the dribble and just attacking his man off the dribble.
All right, let's talk to Anthony. Anthony, you were on the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show after a 100-81 win for Arizona over California.
Hello, guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, Anthony. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year in a couple of days, guys. Wish you well.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir. So, taking a look at today's game, I mean, we're in a very weird stretch, man. This is probably going to be one of the weakest Pac-12s we've seen probably in the last 20 years. And the day one of it coming out of the, out of that not horrendous, but that tough little stretch of games, 3 games, 7 days. against a really good team. Now we're going into a Pac-12 that really, really ugly. It's a really ugly Pac-12. We came out strong. Good thing out of the break, came out strong. The only thing, there's a couple little things I didn't like, but I mean, it's hard to pick that out of a 19-point win on the road, scoring 100. But I don't like giving up 55 in the second half. That was a little bothersome. I understand, mindset. We're up so big. What can we do? But I hope Lloyd challenges those guys. Like, hey, just don't lose the second half. Even though Cal had, we didn't have much to play for after that. I mean, still don't like losing, especially to a Cal team. And once you start getting used to that, they start becoming trends. And if you take a look, a couple like FAU, bad out of the half, and that. So it's something I hope they work on. I mean, of course, big win. A couple things I like about this team that they did today is Boswell had a rough stretch last week. And so, go back Christmas vacation, probably hearing it from family, friends, everything, right? He didn't come out, didn't try to force. I mean, he was kind of it was like a no-show, but, took a couple shots, didn't force it, didn't try to force his way in, kind of just ran the offense, did what he had to do as a point guard. And we have plenty of the weapons. A nice game by Caleb Love. 10 shots, that's what I'd love to see, 22 points off of 10 shots. That's the kind of game that was really well. Keyshawn Johnson didn't really have a big game, but 5-5-3 was really good. 5-5-3 didn't force it either. And we just ran our offense. Ballo, free throws got to improve, but I think they're slightly creeping up. Last year, what did he shoot last year, in the 60s?
Yeah, it was 60s, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, his shots, his free throw, it's not like one of those shots that's all over the rim, like which area if he's gonna miss to the side. It just seems when he misses short. So I mean, you could always tell right off his release when he's got that little ump over it when he gets over. But to me, his free throws aren't all over the place. I think it's just the shortness on it. But I don't know if it's because he's picking himself off the ground. It's always hard to shoot a free throw once you're picking yourself off the ground. So, but I mean, besides tonight, did what we got to do, get a win, 19-point win, and at this point in time, just got to get through these weird things. I saw something on the schedule. USC, you know how the traditional Pac-12, you play your 2 road games, but did I see it correctly that we're playing at Washington State and then USC?
Yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, the schedule's a little weird in that respect. Yeah, I think there's an instance like that on it.
Yeah, it's because of the double UCLA game.
The double UCLA game,
yeah, so
right.
they rearranged the schedule this year so that UCLA could play Arizona twice because this is the last year in the conference, and that's a traditional rivalry. And this was the year I don't think they were supposed to not go to – I can't remember if they were supposed to not go to Poly or UCLA was not meant to come to McHale, but one of the two was the original schedule for this year, so they switched that around. And that Washington State game in the middle of the season, I think, has something to do with that.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to come here because they came here last year. Yeah.
Right. Got to have the Bruins and Cats play twice this year. You have to.
Yeah, definitely. We got to try to figure out. I thought I read something about they're trying to figure out something to keep that tradition going.
I heard
even though
Coach
we're going
Lloyd
different
say,
ways.
what is it? Just last week, he said that they were in, like he and Cronin had talked. There had been talks that hopefully they could get that moving.
Yeah, at least once a year. That'd be a good game right before Christmas, maybe. A good game right before Christmas. Get the little thing going. We can't get it home.
I don't see Cronin don't want to do it. I don't see it.
Yeah, he's not going to be there forever. It's bigger than that.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
The thing about it is that, at first it started out as, and Kelvin, you're a part of this. There was this whole little brother thing. It's like, who the heck are you guys and new kids on the block type of thing. It's like Arizona's coming up and we're the big bad Bruins, right? I mean, DK, you're at USC, you know what that's like, that attitude that most Bruins fans have about their team.
Yeah.
But over the course of the last 35 years, since that mid-'80s, Arizona has won, 5 or 6 more conference titles than the Bruins have been better consistently more. And there's a level of respect now between the programs and the fan bases, clearly mutual respect for each other's programs. I think Cronin just doesn't like losing. And I think they've lost the last few. So, and especially the big ones that are in the Pac-12 tournament. So Kelvin might be right in that, I don't think he wants to see Arizona under this current system, but
yeah, he'd rather go to the East Coast.
But you gotta you got to find a way somewhere down the road to get those two teams to play, if not every year, like every other year.
Yeah, that's a rivalry you don't want to lose. I mean, everything else in the Pac-12. I mean, we've had some rivalries back in the days in Stanford, like in the early 2000s, late 90s. But I mean, the UCLA has kind of been. I'm 46, man. What do you call it? I started watching in '86, and so yeah, some of the UCLA's kind of always been there. We've Stanford in and out, Oregon here and there. A couple years with Cal, with Jason Kidd and that, but UCLA's kind of been the benchmark for us, or like the main rivalry over the years. But you know what the good thing about this in the last 30-some years is that every team that talks about wanting to go after, like, the top of the cream of the class, it's been Arizona for the last 30 years. UCLA's had some bad years. Stanford's had bad years. Oregon. But you can never really say that about Arizona.
Yeah.
Anthony, hey, we appreciate you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. You guys stay safe, and talk to you guys soon.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what we did on our bets tonight. How about that?
Tucson, what happened with today's best bets? Did the Cats beat the spread? It's time to look at the best bets. Brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
All right. My computer crashed, so I believe that JW took the over, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Cats in the over.
Okay, so you and I both took the Cats in the over. So we both win on that. Kelvin took the Cats and the under. So he gets a split tonight. So unfortunately, Kelvin, you have dropped 2 games behind now.
What was the over-under? It was like 160 something?
It was 160. Yeah, 160.
I mean, after that first half, it looked like it might get in, but they loosened it up quite a bit there in the second half.
181 was the final number tonight on that. So J-Dub and I go to 16 and 18, and Kelvin is now 14 and 10 on the betting side. Arizona, again, a 14-point favorite, and they win tonight by 19 points.
Could have been
over
60.
Could have been a lot more than that. Could have been a lot more, but credit the Cal Golden Bears for hanging tight.
Kelvin, when you were, close it. I guess we could do the thing first. I got a question for Kelvin.
All right, do the thing first.
Those are today's best bets. They're brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
So during your playing days, I know both the Bruins and the Cardinal were good, but as far as like that vibe of going into Maples, going into Poly, like for you as a player and your boys, like I know you took them both seriously. They were both very serious programs at the time. Sure. But I mean, I think Arizona and the Bruins has always been a rivalry. But to me, like it almost felt like consistently that the Cardinal and Arizona, man, with Montgomery there, because I don't think there's a coach that Lute respected more than Mike Montgomery.
Yeah, man, those games. And I'll tell you what, my favorite, I was on the scout team, and one of my favorite teams to be a scout for was Stanford.
Yeah.
Because the guards got to shoot whenever. Remember Deion Cross?
Oh, yeah.
I used to love being Deion Cross because, he got to shoot the ball whenever he wanted, man. And so, but yeah, Stanford, man, that always was a battle because they play smart. They play physical. They were in the weight room back then.
Oh, yeah.
They were some bullies, man. They had some of the biggest white dudes I ever seen. Man.
Yeah.
You know how they had some big guys, man. Trust me. And they were physical, great athletes. And they always had that mix of a couple guards in there.
Jitterbugs.
That knew how to create their own. Was it Brevin Knight?
Yeah.
Brevin Knight, that just knew how to create their own shots and get other guys easy buckets and just perfect for Montgomery.
How about like creative fans? Because I know those guys come up with some cheers.
That thing used to be shaking in there, man.
Oh, right.
That court used to be bouncing.
Yeah.
And they were sitting right behind you because I remember the seats were like a regular gym almost, and so they right behind you. Their knees are like almost on your back.
It was all bolted into like the building, right? Like the seats were. That's why it would shake. That upper thing would shake because it was all bolted together, right?
Yeah, well, we're talking about the history of these rivalries. Javier Morales from All Sports Tucson had a tweet that he tagged us in today because Reggie Geary was on the broadcast talking about the 1994 win at Harmon Arena back in the day, 96-77. It was a game, I guess, in which Reggie did some chirping with former Golden Bears head coach Todd Bozeman. Bozeman got into it with Lute Olson. They had some words. Apparently, Bozeman told Lute to sit down, and Lute responded, "What's your problem?" And Gary finished that game with 13 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals. Sounds like the stat sheet stuffing Reggie Geary that we know. Khalid Reeves, I guess, had a late 3-pointer, and they got into it with the bench, and that drew a technical from Todd Bozeman. And so,
yeah, Kelvin, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Geary's like that. He's kind of a Parham type guy where, number one, it's not like he's initiating. It's not like he's going up to guys and trying to make them look the fool. But if you step to him, he was the last guy you wanted to mess with. Am I right?
Yeah, Reg, man. Reg he was one of those guys that could get under your skin very easily. Trust me.
Well, defense, I mean, come on. You didn't even have to talk with the way he could shadow you on defense, right?
And he could talk too. I know Reggie, and me and him, when first got here, he wasn't the nicest guy. You know, trust me. So, and he could be like that on the court, man. He was that pest, playing small forward, sometimes power forward at 6'2". So he had to do what he had to do, So, sometimes he could, bait you in a little bit there.
Yeah, again, like it's not like I wasn't hanging out with him back in college. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know his personality, but I watched every single one of those home games. Obviously, I was there for all of them, but I don't remember him instigating. I just remember him finishing off a lot of those conversations.
Yeah, Red's, man. Competitor.
Somebody tweeted about the February 2011 triple overtime game.
Yeah,
in Berkeley, Momo Jones late theatrics in that one.
Yeah, layup at
for
the buzzer.
Arizona to win. He had 27 points in that contest there. So some great memories, great games between these two programs. Tonight, however, was not one of them.
It's just one of those things, like when I think of great games, I think of two teams that are 11-2 and 11-1 at the top of the conference, and basically they're playing each other to see who's going to win that year. Or, a couple of top-ranked teams, in December or end of the year, Kelvin, and they're vying for that number 1, number 2 seed. And that's not any disrespect to Cal. It's just all the good games, like that triple overtime game, very good game, but what were the records on those two? Like, it's not like those were two very good teams at the time. Especially Cal wasn't a very good team.
Well, the Wildcats were. That game made them 20-4 on the year. The Golden Bears, though, and the Golden Bears were actually the defending conference champions that season.
Well, they had the one guy, player of the year. What was his name?
Ray?
No,
big fella.
Gutierrez or something like that.
Yeah, Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Back in the day. All right, 181 the final tonight. Wildcats win it. Get another break in. Come back with a whole lot more for you. I have your scoreboard as well as review our keys to the game. And it is David Kelly along with Kelvin Ifan and J.W. Madden. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show is brought to you by Advanced Auto Care, Crest Insurance Group, Desert Diamond Casinos, First Chiropractic, Frog in Firkin, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, the Polston Results Team with Keller Williams, Southern Arizona, Royal GMC Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Blue Whale Car Wash, Caruso's Italian Restaurant, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, The Diamond Store, Goldberg and Osborne, Goodfellas AC.
What up, Tucson? This is Joseph Blair, former Wildcat and assistant coach of the Washington Wizards. When I came to play basketball at the U of A in the 90s, the Tucson community became and has always remained a special part of my life. And this is why I proudly joined the Meridian Wealth Management Tucson Advisory Business Council. If you have financial questions or concerns, please be sure and call my friends Natalie or Ruben Fernandez at 719-1433 or visit online at Meridian Wealth LLC. And as always, bear down, Tucson.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. CoolWillies.com.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for quality car parts in Tucson, look no further. Advance Auto Parts has 6 Tucson locations with over 75 years in business. Advance Auto Parts is the largest car parts retailer in the U.S., and customers know they can trust their products, like Die-Hard batteries. Now with free installation, only found at Advance Auto Parts stores. Take advantage of our same-day delivery and pickup. Just visit our website at stores.advanceautoparts.com and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Advance Auto Parts for all your car repair needs. Now a proud radio sponsor of the University of Arizona Wildcats.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and, well, everybody hates that. You even dress the turkey, and we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Caruso's, a Tucson tradition since 1938, located on historic 4th Avenue. For 4 generations, Caruso's handmade sauce has been prepared with love by a family member, using only the best ingredients. Enjoy specialty Italian dishes like lasagna al forno, chicken tetrazzini, real Italian sausages, spectacular pizza, as well as many vegetarian options. Caruso's offers outdoor dining on their garden patio, with indoor dining also available. Open Tuesday through Sunday, with all your favorites available for takeout. For more information, call 520-624-5765 or visit their website at carusositalian.com.
Hi, it's Floyd, the family man with the family plan. Outdated HVAC systems will drive up your electric bill, drain your wallet, and peace of mind. Save now at Goodfellas with no payments or interest till 2024. Get a 30% federal tax credit, up to $2,000 off qualifying heat pumps. Trust Goodfellas. We're locally owned with thousands of 5-star reviews. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Visit us at goodfellasac.com to schedule a no-cost estimate.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Ever wonder if after a long day of shopping, the secret to banishing your body aches lies right under your feet? The Good Feet store is revealing a little-known fact. Your feet could be the culprit behind your hip, knee, and back woes. Discover their personally fitted arch supports. Bonus, they're FSA, HSA eligible. Head over to goodfeet.com to schedule your free fitting and test walk. Step into a potentially pain-free holiday season with a visit to the Good Feet store. Walk-ins welcome.
What do you mean, trenchless?
Means no trench.
But it's the sewer line.
And they did it without ruining my yard.
The yard we're standing in?
The very same.
I don't know if I trust that.
I trust that because I trust them.
Them?
Ram Plumbing.
Locally owned and operated Ram Plumbing, offering a comprehensive range of plumbing services from fixtures to installation to trenchless sewer replacement. Turn to Tucson's most trusted plumber. When your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double. Online at bestplumbertucson.com.
As Arizona's leading personal injury law firm for more than 30 years, Goldberg & Osborne agrees, bear down, Arizona. With offices statewide, including 5 in Tucson and Southern Arizona, the Eagle gives you home field advantage. More than 1,800 5-star Google reviews prove Goldberg & Osborne has the playbook for any situation. So after any accident, let the attorneys voted best personal injury law firm tackle that insurance company and get you the settlement you deserve. Goldberg & Osborne, 1-800-THE-EAGLE.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Look out. Whoa. Whoa.
Caleb Love putting guys on a poster. Gus Larson. He's going to remember that one for a while. He's good. That was must-see SC just a few minutes ago. If you're watching SportsCenter, must-see SportsCenter for Caleb Love and that dunk as the Wildcats win it 100-81. Ooh, bad day for Oregon State in the Sun Bowl over in El Paso. They got beat up by the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, not a good representative of the Pac-12 conference in their final game before they join the Mountain West for football. Good luck to the Beavers. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We'll be with you for about another, I'll probably take you right up to about 1 o'clock tonight here, and then head on out for what has been a long 2 days. Get a nice day off tomorrow. Arizona Bowl, don't forget, in Tucson on Saturday. Get out to the stadium. There'll be a lot of festivities on the mall. They were setting up the mall for everything that's happening out there tomorrow, and then the game kicks off at 2 o'clock. So it'll be the Wyoming Cowboys and the Toledo Rockets on Saturday in the Valero, I should say not the Valero, but the Barstool Arizona Bowl. Get all these sponsorships mixed up. At least it's not a Pop-Tart or anything.
Did you see the mayonnaise one?
The mayonnaise? Was that,
It
that
was
this
so
year or last
disrespectful. Like, the whole Gatorade thing, Kelvin, is a spontaneous celebration from the players to get the coach, and it's like, it goes back to the 80s or whatever. This was some deal where the coach sat down in a chair after the fact, and they poured mayonnaise on top.
Oh gosh!
And because it was sponsored by some mayonnaise company or whatever. And
Yeah,
I just think that's taken a little too far. I saw the dancing Pop-Tart come up out of the thing after that game ended. Whatever, that's cute, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Can you imagine winning a bowl game there, Kelvin, and the dancing Pop-Tart comes out?
Yeah, man. Some of these names, man, it just throws off the whole bowl experience, you ask me. But, at least you're there playing in the game.
Yeah. All right, let's review our keys to the game.
Wildcats fans, how did today's Keys to the Game go for the Wildcats? Keys to the Game are brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
All right, who's first, Gina?
I don't remember. I think it might have been Kelvin.
Well, I think what's going to be important is that, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you're not underestimating your opponents. You look at their records sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to really take the team seriously. But you want to go in and win the last year of the Pac-10, Pac-12 conference and really dominate. So you want to take these guys serious. To me, that's the first thing on there. You want to take these guys serious. Secondly, you want to cover that three-point line. You know you're going to be playing a team that's really looking to shoot the three ball. So you want to get up there and really start trying to take guards away and try to lock guys up and make things difficult for them. And then last, just points in the paint. I just think that you want to really get into that paint and score and dominate that thing. They have a little size, but I think when you are the dominant team, you need to force your will on them.
Well, the Wildcats were up 25 points 8 minutes into this game. So I would think that that's not taking the Bears lightly.
It was like 30-9, I think, wasn't it?
It was 30-9, yes.
Yeah, the worst thing for the Bears was FAU. Coming in after that game.
And some rest.
I felt for them at the beginning of that game. I knew they was going to be all over those guys.
They went on it was 12-5, and the Wildcats went on a 14-0 run to go up 26-5, and that was essentially the Moteus Krivas had 4 points in that run. Caleb hit a couple of his threes. Jaden Bradley had 5 points in that run as well. Jaden finished the game with 6 points in 19 minutes. Philip Borvichinen, we talked about, the ninth guy off the bench. He got 14 minutes and finished with 6 points in the game.
I feel like JB's really kind of figuring it out because he had some real tight dribbles, Kelvin, in traffic there. And I don't know that was his – I mean, and again, how aggressive was he with that mid-range, the first shot he took? a couple of nice penetrations and kicks, like and jump offs to bigs under the bucket. I just think Jaden Bradley kind of came into the season, the first maybe 5-6 games, trying to figure, not necessarily deferring as much as just not trying to, do too much, right? Not trying to do too much and stay within the offense. But now I feel like he's kind of picking his spots as to when to penetrate, and I think that's ideal. I think the way that Jaden Bradley is playing right now is perfect. Defensively, we already know. But taking the ball handling pressure off, his handles are tight. He's got some real tight handles. So really liking the way Jaden Bradley's been playing these last 3 or 4 games.
And the points in the paint we mentioned earlier, 54 points for the Wildcats tonight. That was, and again, a lot of that was Mateus Krivas down underneath the basket, unstoppable, 6 of 7 tonight. Good to see him get a chance to get in there, get some good time, and be productive at both the offensive and defensive ends of the floor for the Wildcats. What did you have?
Yeah, I think coming off that 4-game stretch, this is really just about Arizona. So it's kind of like a get-well game. No disrespect to the Bears. I think you really got to get back to that defensive intensity. We've seen some incredibly powerful offenses these last few days, so I'd like to see them, shut that water off. I'd like to see the defense, especially on the perimeter, just super intense. Just make sure you get up into them. Make it tough for them to get good looks. So, hold them to something like, low 40s percentage-wise. And as Kelvin said, taking them seriously from the get-go means clean offense. I just think sometimes they've been settling these last few games. Like Kelvin said earlier, Boswell taking a 3 early in the shot clock off the dribble unnecessarily. I think sometimes you just got to make sure, if you're trying to go fast, you also are trying to make sure that you get the best shot that you can with that same philosophy. You got to make sure that you get good looks and move the ball around. So I'd like to see them do that typical 22, 23, up to 25 assists type of thing. And then obviously I think guys inside really are going to be as far as this team goes. You've seen a lot of guard-heavy teams with FAU and Alabama, Purdue, obviously with Edey clogging down the middle. It hasn't been easy for them to run any kind of high-low stuff because they haven't had a chance. So getting back to that philosophy, getting Keyshot and Ballo as many touches in the paint as possible early. I just like to see those guys heavily involved. Don't have a number to put with that, but I want to see, especially Ballo, get some early paint touches. He didn't shoot well that last game. I'd like to see get well, make sure that you get comfortable, see the ball go in, and just get prepared to get to the rest of the conference season.
Well, Ballo finished 6 of 7, shooting much better today with his 17 points in the ball game. And that first half, again, Cal tried to shoot the 3 to try to keep themselves in it, but 2 for 14 early and just 26% shooting for the first half, and finished low 40s at 41%. Well, this is a team, again, like you guys both mentioned, that's going to come in here and try to shoot 3-point shots to get their crowd going. What crowd that will be there during a holiday Friday night to start conference play in Berkeley, California, but those in the building don't want to get going. And so, again, defending the 3-point line is going to be one of my major keys in this game. And just going back to Kylan Boswell, I think you got to get him. I think you got to get him some maybe run him some sets early to get him some shots, get him comfortable, get him going, get that confidence going again. He's only shooting 37% in the games. In those, I went back and looked at the 6 games that mattered, the 6 big games. He's only shooting 37% from the floor in those games. So I'd like to see him get going with that mid-range jumper that he's so comfortable. Great mid-range shooter is Kylan Boswell, to kind of get that confidence going again for him. And again, I think this is a team. Both of these teams will share the basketball, but that's so critical key to what the Wildcats do in their offense. 20-plus assists, that we want to see that every night, and that's been down in some of these recent games. They have not been getting that 20-plus assist mark the last 2 times out, against Alabama and against Florida Atlantic. So you want to get back to that today as well for the Arizona Wildcats to start this thing off on the right foot in the Pac-12 conference, and never easy going on the road. I guess my question, though, guys, is who's the team to worry about right now? Obviously UCLA is struggling mightily. USC seems like they're still trying to find their footing. Who's the team to be afraid of right now in this conference?
Arizona.
I'm gonna say this.
Well, maybe Utah. We'll get to that on the scoreboard here in a few minutes. Again, we in a lot of that we talked about earlier. Kylan Boswell didn't really shoot much tonight, just 4 shots. Had the 4 early turnovers and just never really kind of got into a flow. Wasn't really trying to force anything tonight. But again, so we'll look for maybe that to change and maybe him to get back to more of an offensive guy in the game on Sunday.
I think Kelvin,
against Stanford.
Kelvin, from what I'm looking at with Kylan is it feels like once he gets within 15, he's not sure what he wants to do right there. And I know he's got a little pull-up game. We know that's a pretty smooth shot. But I think he's hesitating to get by that first line of defense because, Kelvin, I mean, you got to have a strong understanding of what it is that you're doing at that next level because those defenders are coming at you so fast. Now, obviously, Ballo gets open. That's a dump down pass or whatever. But I don't know if it's a little, floaters or whatever it is. He doesn't feel like that kind of guy who's trying to get to the rim and finish around guys a little bit. There's other guys on this team that are more better equipped to do that. But it just seems like these last few games, earlier in the season, it seemed like he got into that paint, would maybe put a little 2-foot jump stop, have the defenders come back out him, and then a quick chest pass out to a 3-point shooter or whatever. But I don't see Kylan these last few 3-4 games, Kelvin, really trying to make a concerted effort to get past that first line of defense.
Yeah, I mean, and you know how it is. Again, I think he struggled a little bit with Team USA this summer. And a lot of time, and you get that new, all that new love and all the new credit, and you continue to work hard and everything, but you know what else happens? People start coming for you.
Right. You're on the scout.
Yeah. You the guy that's, everybody's coming up against trying to show their stuff. And and then after that, I think just as a player, I think he cares so much. And I think that, I think, I'm not sure what the conversation was, but whatever conversation that him and coach is having, you could tell there was something to the effect of you don't have to shoot 30 shots to go where you're trying to go and to be what you're trying to be, because you could totally see it with you go from basically 12 shots to 4 shots. You have to try to do that. you understand what I'm saying, Jay?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You have to try to do that. He was averaging at least. I think him and
I got it right here. You ready?
Okay.
10, 7, 4, 6, 10, 15, 10, 10, 9, 14, 16, and then 4. So you had 16 against FAU and 14 against Alabama, 9 shots versus Purdue. So that's his last 5 games.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, 10 shots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he definitely – I think you nailed it, Kelvin, is like when he was having some issues holding on to the ball there in the first 3-4 minutes, it just felt like he wasn't trying. After that happened, after those first 4 turnovers early, it didn't seem like he was trying to do much with the ball in his hands after that.
All right, those are our keys to the game tonight.
Wildcats fans, that's a look at your keys to the game. They're brought to you by the Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive, the dealership that is different.
Arizona knocks off California 100-81. We'll get another break in here, come back, give you your scoreboard, and a whole lot more still to come. It is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show. I've got Kelvin Ifan, the captain, JW Madden. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This hour of the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show is brought to you by Humane Society of Southern Arizona, Lexus of Tucson, Nova Home Loans, Recon Auto Detail, Ride Now Power Sports Tucson, Tucson Police Department, Broadway in Tucson, Dave & Buster's Tucson, Dorado Rock, First Choice Pools, The Good Feet Store, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Ram Plumbing, Restaurant Supply Store, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking KA Master Plan Community Design by Nature, University Termite and Pest Control.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. We will give you up to $2,000 trade-in plus 0% interest up to 60 months. Manufacturer rebates plus 10-year parts and labor warranty on a new heating and air system.
Have an aging heating and air system? Out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today.
True Wildcat fans know that when you're looking for the best place to watch all the big games on big screens, drinking cold beer and having the best food, all paths lead to Desert Diamond. Bet on your Wildcats and all your favorite teams 24/7 on our easy-to-use kiosks. Come chill on our comfy couches and build your best bet at Arizona's best bet, the Desert Diamond Sportsbook and Bar.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Desert Diamond Casino is licensed in Arizona.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rock and Kay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Hit the community trails, explore local parks like Saguaro National and Colossal Cave, and mingle at private Diamond Community Park events. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rock and Kay is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 11 different model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. Live RockandK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez of Meridian Wealth Management, and I'd like to invite you to our complimentary retirement income workshop held every Friday at 10 a.m. in our offices at the Williams Center. We discuss the key risks in retirement, how retirement has changed, and how to best plan for success. A recent study showed 60% of retirees would go back and plan differently if they could. We want to help you avoid the would've, could've, should've. Call our office at 719-1433 to reserve your seat today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer-installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
As a homeowner, you've probably seen some pretty bad plumbing problems.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
We've seen them all.
All of them?
Rams Plumbing kept entire buildings flowing. Businesses since 1983.
Wow, so whatever happens to my house...
We've seen it before, and we have the solution. Locally owned and operated, Ram Plumbing is Tucson's most trusted plumber. Our team of licensed professionals can fix anything your home can dish out. When your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double. Online at bestplumbertucson.com.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
The Meridian Wealth Management postgame show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Follow the Arizona rebound. Bears now 0 for 5 from outside the arc. Quickly to Love. Shoots a 3 in transition. It's back-to-back triples for Caleb Love.
Caleb Love's getting that look in his eyes now, thinking this could be a big one for him.
7 of 10, 3 of 3 from 3, 22 points. Caleb Love, Wildcats win it 100-81 over the California Golden Bears. The number 4 team in the country wins their 10th game of the season, 10 out of 12. I am David Kelly, joined by Kelvin Ifan and JW Madden. We'll get some final thoughts here from Kelvin Ifan before we call it a night.
Yeah, I thought the guys came out and executed, early, especially the defensive game plan. I thought they brought the intensity. I thought they brought the energy. really locking up, making things tough for the Cal Golden Bears. I thought second half they let up a little bit. But I think that's a little bit natural when you're beating somebody so bad. To kind of let up a little bit. You wasn't trying to really, throat stomp them. You just came out to really, physically dominate them.
They got family there, man. They got family.
What
in
did we
the
say
stands,
before the
right?
game? What did we say? Don't let them take your change. Was that what we say?
Yeah. I got a story about that, by the way. I lived in Emeryville, and like our car broke down in Oakland, and there were some guys up on a porch, looked tough guys, and we walked over, and they're like, "Hey, man, you want some popcorn?"
Right.
It was like, so it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that at all.
No, trust me, man. And so again, I just thought that they came out and played the way you needed to play in your first conference game, and you need to get a sweep, man. I think when you have a team like this, usually I say a split, but when you playing teams that you're better than, you need to get those sweeps early and put those in the bank. So go out there and take care of Stanford. I expect the same type of effort with those guys. And to me, really, I want to see you play two quarters. I mean two halves. Because again, I love getting the bench guys in there, J-Dub, but you still got to have that game, that 30 minutes. I think in coming off that schedule that they played, they needed a little rest in that game. But I think right back to Stanford, you want to get back up to that 30 minutes again because you need to be in conference game shape.
You know what I never seen from Coach Lloyd is that quick hook. Because that's what Coach Olson used to use as that motivation, right? So it's like if you had spent the week working on, how you're going to shade a certain player, right? Don't let, John L. Davis go left. And the first time Kelvin Ifan lets him go left twice in a row, he's back on the bench, right? And I don't think I've seen Coach Lloyd ever do that before. But that's where those bench guys you're talking about coming in and exerting some kind of effort would be waiting in the wings, right? And I love that. I'm not trying to say he should, because that's kind of like a fear-based learning system where it's like, oh, if I'm looking on my shoulder trying to if I make a mistake, I'm not going to be in there anymore. What I'm saying is that having the luxury of having 3-4 guys on that bench is really just a matter of being able to, because the first thing Coach Olson would do is pull Kelvin out, sit him down right next to him and say, here's what you did wrong. And here's what now, Kelvin, I wasn't the one getting pulled out, and I see you're nodding your head over there, but I saw this happen thousands of times. Having the opportunity for a learning experience, teaching moment, right?
I made a 3. I made a shot, and he took me out. And was like, that wasn't the game plan. Because the game plan was to catch the ball on the wing, and they were wanting to force the ball out of Damon's hand. And so we was getting the ball, and what he wanted was to get the ball back to Damon because there still was time in the shot clock. You don't want to take a quick shot, and they're not even – and the defense don't even play defense, right? But I'm like, I can make this shot. I know I can make it. It was versus USC. I shot the ball. It went in. And the next dead ball, I was out of there. Like, you get the ball back to the top to David. I'm like, oh, that's why Miles is throwing the ball back every time. Because Miles was wide open. But coach was like, they're leaving you open. I'm like, oh, that's, and you get smarter, man. I mean, I love the time I spent around Coach Olson because I just felt like all the little stuff that I didn't think about, he made you think about it. He crossed the T's and dot the I's at those practices. I'm telling you.
And just to finish that, I think the thing with Coach Lloyd is that it's the opposite, where there are guys like Philip Borvichinen, who is a potentially a very good player. If Pella wasn't on this team, if Keyshawn hadn't transferred in here, that guy would be getting a lot more minutes, just like last year with Cedric Henderson Jr. and Courtney Ramey. However, the thing is that if he's going to put guys like that in, you saw Krivas these last 4 games, perfect example. You're going to get put in. Adama Ball last year, the first 10 games. You're going to get put in. If you don't follow that game plan, especially defensively, if you don't block out hard, if you're not committed, to secondary defensive help or whatever it is that you did wrong, you're coming out and you might not get back in there. So it's the trust in the first 6-7 guys. They know, that coaching staff, that those guys are going to run whatever system it is that they have, whatever plan they have against that team. It's the 8th, 9th, and 10th guys got to prove to the coaching staff they've been paying attention, Kelvin, all week long to whatever that game plan is, the personnel, KYP, for whoever it is that you got opposite you on the court. And that's the biggest key to those guys getting in and getting minutes, is making sure they understand, not offensively. Right. Offensively, they're all going to be fine. But defensively and rotations and boxing out and all those simple things, that's how they're going to get a deeper bench. And that's how they get more trust from the coaching staff, is just knowing where they're supposed to be.
All right, he is the captain, Kelvin Ifan. Kelvin, we'll see you on Sunday.
Right out.
Bear down indeed. All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back. We'll go back up to Berkeley and hear from Tommy Lloyd and the players. I believe it was Mo Krivas and Umar Balo tonight. Wildcats win at 181. This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management postgame show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Driving the lane, dunking on the competition, and playing as a team. These are things we'll see this season watching our Wildcats play basketball. These happen to be the things you'll also find when you buy your next vehicle from O'Reilly Chevrolet. The only difference is at O'Reilly, nobody gets penalized for traveling. Heck, we actually encourage it. See us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or find new roads at O'Reilly.com, where you can experience our version of a steal. O'Reilly Chevrolet, more than a great price.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Old Pueblo Harley-Davidson wants your bike. Call us or visit our website to schedule an appointment or stop by today to receive an inspection and an offer. Whether you're looking to trade in and trade up or just looking for some extra money, we're prepared to make you a tempting offer. Don't deal with the hassle of selling it to a stranger. We're here to make the process quick and easy. Only at Pueblo Harley-Davidson or online at PuebloHarley.com. Again, stop into Old Pueblo Harley-Davidson or online at OldPuebloHarley.com. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
At Standard Restaurant Supply, their vision and number one goal is to improve the lives of their customers and clients by providing a better culinary experience. Standard Restaurant Supply, if it's in a restaurant and not food, they have it. Open to the public, no membership fees, and they offer bulk store pricing without the bulk store purchase. Open Monday through Saturday at 601 South Cherry Avenue or call 885-2345. Standard Restaurant Supply is a proud sponsor of the U of A Radio Sports broadcast.
Do you often worry you left the garage door open? With a LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out.
Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates is your authorized local LiftMaster dealer. Visit KaiserDoor.com for more information.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. We will give you up to $2,000 trade-in plus 0% interest up to 60 months. Manufacturer rebates plus 10-year parts and labor warranty on a new heating and air system.
Have an aging heating and air system? Out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today.
Broadway in Tucson presents the Rockin' 2023-2024 season featuring 8 blockbuster productions including Disney's Aladdin, The Book of Mormon, Hairspray, and Chicago. Enjoy the Southern Arizona musical premieres of Tina, the Tina Turner musical, Ain't Too Proud, The Life and Time of the Temptations, MJ the Musical, and Mrs. Doubtfire. Secure your choice season tickets today and get the ultimate in flexibility and the lowest prices all season. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your season tickets today.
Desperate buyers have created tremendous opportunity for sellers. If you've had the slightest thought of selling your home, it's time to call Sean Poston with the Poston Results Team at Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. Why choose the Poston Results Team? Past performance, more money in your pocket, over a 65% referral rate, an incredible Poston Results Team staff, and most important, communication, because you and your home matter. The Poston Results Team. When buying and selling really mattered, go to TucsonHomeValues.com. That's TucsonHomeValues with an S.com.
At Nova Home Loans, we believe everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy the independence that comes with home ownership. Whether you're a first-time home buyer who needs down payment assistance, have less than perfect credit, or looking to refinance, Nova has a variety of home loan programs for your unique situation. Visit NovaHomeLoans.com or call 800-955-9125 to learn more. Not a commitment to lend or extend credit. Rates and available loan programs are subject to change without notice. NMLS 3087, BK 0902429, Equal Housing Opportunity.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Don't let heating or plumbing problems spoil your holidays. I'm Ron Arenas, the owner of Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We'd like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season and a very Merry Christmas. When you need us, call 520-440-4069 for honest service to the Tucson area for over 22 years.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcast. So if you've been injured, make the right choice first.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Cantina nachos, strawberry watermelon margaritas, a few zombie kills, and all your favorite sports teams live? When your day calls for some winning, it's time for Dave & Buster's, where you can eat, drink, play, and watch all the sports you want. They've got massive HD TVs, hundreds of the hottest new games, a chef-crafted menu, and an incredible list of beers, wines, and cocktails. So remember, if your day calls for a little victory, a little triumph, a little win, it's probably calling for Dave & Buster's.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
100-81, the final. Arizona beats California. Let's head back up to Berkeley, California. Haas Pavilion, and hear from the head coach, Tommy Loy.
So we only had 2 days to practice and prepare. Coach Rob and Ken Nakagawa did a great job. Our practice on the 27th probably set basketball back, 20 or 30 years. Just it wasn't very good, and I just told our guys, hey, come on, we had to step it up. And then we had a really good practice yesterday, and I think it carried over to today.
Tell me, how much is it? Even after you guys got the big lead, you guys kept your foot on the gas pedal. Guys were still flying.
No, we did that, and I'm trying to be committed to play more guys. We have obviously a very solid 8-man rotation. But players 9, 10, and 11 are pretty good too, and even 12 and 13 are really good. That they just aren't active right now. But I'm trying to be committed to play more guys. And so I was I thought this would be a good game for Philip to go, and Philip's practiced really well. He's earned an opportunity, but unfortunate for him sometimes. Some of his teammates he's vying for minutes with are really good. Pella Larson, Caleb Love, KJ Lewis are really good players at that wing position. So he's just kind of got to be patient, but he's played really well and he's earned the opopportunity. As has Morauskas, as has Conrad. So their turns will come.
I was going to ask you, Morauskas, where does he stand these days?
Well, I mean, listen, I want to play them all. And they've all earned an opportunity, but it's hard. I don't want to disrupt our team's rhythm totally, and so it's probably hard to inject 3 guys into a rotation as opposed to 1 at a time. So we'll see how it goes. No promises, no guarantees, but I feel good about doing it because for me, when you go home as a coach, I want all those guys to play. I have hard decisions to make, and you don't sit home and you don't feel good, about a kid not getting as many opportunities as he would like. But you also know this is high level basketball, and and things got to be earned, and sometimes you got to wait a little bit for them. So these guys are a huge part of our culture, and we're gonna try to make them feel like they're in the middle of it.
But that's a great problem to have, right? When you can get big games out of anybody, really.
Well, for sure. I mean, that's how you build a program. That's how you build a program, and I want. Arizona, in my mind, is a great basketball program. A great basketball program, is consistent year to year, and that's what we're shooting for. So if you're developing guys, that are, kind of in the shadows underneath the guys that are playing, I mean, I think that's a winning formula.
You mentioned the second half. Do you view that as being more of the adjustments they made with Mark?
It could be a lot of things. I'll go back and watch the tape. I think obviously they got much more aggressive getting downhill.
Yeah.
And and then I don't know if we lack some effort or energy, that maybe happens in those scenarios. Not that it's acceptable, but human nature is a powerful thing, and on both sides. So hey, I'm giving Cal credit for playing a really good second half.
Arizona knocks off the Cal Golden Bears 100-81. We'll take one final timeout, come back and wrap it up after this. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The Window Depot is proud to sponsor the first look at today's game and would like to invite Arizona Wildcat fans to visit one of their Tucson warehouses. The Window Depot provides over 1,000 in-stock vinyl windows, interior and exterior doors, plus granite and quartz countertops, and a huge selection of custom cabinetry, all at the lowest prices in town. Consider the Window Depot your MVP when it comes to your home improvement needs. Stores are open Monday through Saturday, or order online at thewindowdepot.com. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Does it feel like the price of everything is going up, up, up? We can't control the price of gas or groceries, but at Royal Buick GMC, we never add market adjustments, even while other dealers add fees because inventory is limited. At Royal Buick GMC, you can rest assured you won't pay market adjustments, and we stand by our transparent online pricing. Royal Buick GMC, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $529 doc fee. Royal Buick GMC, in the Auto Mall and at RoyalTucson.com.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills. Enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Explore natural open space, a network of connecting trails, and a community park within the Vale School District. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' K with home savings up to $35,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. Live RockinK.com. Designed by Nature, proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Hi, this is Natalie Fernandez-Lee, President of Meridian Wealth Management. As a fiduciary investment firm, our clients have trusted us to guide them down their financial paths for decades. Whether you are an individual or family, business, foundation, or nonprofit, we are committed to your long-term goals and financial futures. We are proud supporters of the Tucson community and all that makes our city so special. Visit online at meridianwealthllc.com to learn more about Meridian.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Southern Arizona Radiology Associates have been dedicated to providing superior images and quality care for the last 35 years. They're the one you trust when you need an X-ray, CT scan, ultrasound, mammogram, or MRI. They have locations in Tucson, Green Valley, and Sierra Vista. Ask your doctor to refer you to Southern Arizona Radiology Associates today. That's Southern Arizona Radiology Associates. Visit their website at sararadiology.com or call 520-335-6849 for more information.
You want to protect her. You'll give anything to make sure nothing harms her. Every minute together makes unforgettable memories. Except that time you parked her under that tree and...
Oh, come on, man, really?
Sorry, we'll never speak of it again. But remember who came to her rescue? Recon Auto Detailing. Arizona's premier auto detailing company comes directly to you. We'll make your masterpiece shine like it should, and with a monthly maintenance package, we'll keep it that way. Recon Auto Detailing. Online at recondetail.com.
What do you mean, trenchless?
Means no trench.
But it's the sewer line.
And they did it without ruining my yard.
The yard we're standing in?
The very same.
I don't know if I trust that.
I trust that because I trust them.
Them?
Ram Plumbing.
Locally owned and operated Ram Plumbing, offering a comprehensive range of plumbing services from fixtures to installation to trenchless sewer replacement. Turn to Tucson's most trusted plumber. When your plumbing's in trouble, call Ram on the double. Online at bestplumbertucson.com.
Here's an important message from University Termite and Pest Control. The weather is getting cooler here, and so rodents will be seeking alternative housing. Do you need a professional? Call University Termite and Pest Control, 886-4146. They've been serving Tucson since 1974. You can be assured University Termite and Pest Control will keep you pest-free using the most responsible products and application methods. 28 school districts, 3 hospitals, 2 colleges, 1 university, and thousands of homeowners trust University Termite and Pest Control. You can too. Call University Termite and Pest Control today at 886-4146 or go to bepestfree.com.
The Meridian Wealth Management Postgame Show continues on the home of Arizona men's basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290. The Pac-12 scoreboard is brought to you by Mesquite Valley Growers. Mesquite Valley Growers. Real growers, real experience, real nursery.
All right, wrapping things up tonight on your scoreboard. Utah knocks off Washington State 80-58. The Utes are now 10-2 on the season. Colorado edged Washington in Boulder tonight, 73-69. KJ Simpson, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists for Colorado. It was Stanford falling at home to Arizona State, 76-73. Maxime Reynaud, the big man, we'll look forward to seeing him on Sunday. 15 points and 15 rebounds tonight. One upset in the top 25. It was that game involving Gonzaga and San Diego State, the Aztecs go on the road and knock off the Zags tonight in Spokane, 84-74 in that ball game. Right there, it was Reese Waters with 22 points for San Diego State.
Did you see that Utes Cougars situation?
No.
Okay, so Washington State had the lead in the second half, and they lost 80-58.
Okay.
So they were up at halftime, or they had a lead at the start of the second half. They were down 31-29 at half, but they did have a lead, and they lost by a 22.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. So Utah really poured it on.
Oh, there you go, right there. Utah might be one of those teams.
They got three
to
bigs.
worry about.
Yeah, I mean, as far as teams that can challenge Arizona in the conference, you got to have somebody to match Balo, right? Like, that's number one. Because otherwise, what happened tonight? How many guys did he foul out tonight? All of them. So
Gus Carlson for sure.
Yeah, so you got to have somebody to be able to match up with him. Otherwise, it's just easy buckets because he can seal as good as anybody. Utah has that for sure.
All right, Philip Borovichinen and Umar Balos spoke after the ball game. We'll have that for you over on our website. We are out of time, so you can go all over to WildcatsRadio1290.com to hear what those two young men had to say after tonight's game. Again, your final score tonight from Haas Pavilion in Berkeley. It was the number 4 Arizona Wildcats 100, the Cal Golden Bears 81. For all the folks that helped us out tonight, AJ Camacho, Dusty Dale, JW Madden, Kelvin Efon, most of all, we thank them. We thank you for listening. My name is David Kelly. We'll talk to you on Sunday. Countdown to tip-off at 10 a.m. Have a great Saturday. Get out to the Arizona Bowl. So long, everybody.
Once they've had to play the Cats. Oh. We're the Cats, we play out west, and we're working hard to be our best. Ask anyone.
Looking for a man after midnight? You've come to the right place. It's Hick at Night with Ryan Hickey.
Rich Rare filling in for Ryan here on Saturday. A couple days